A solution is 45% hydrochloric acid. How much water should be added to 1,000 milliliters of this solution to dilute it to a 15% solution? I've written the important information on the board. We have 1,000 milliliters of a 45% acid solution. We're going to let X equal the amount of water needed to dilute it to make a 15% acid solution. The concept that we're going to use here to create our equation is that the amount of acid that we have to start with has to equal the amount of acid that we end with. Not the percentages are the same, but the actual amount of acid. For example, if we have a 45% solution and there's 1,000 milliliters, then the amount of acid we get is multiplying the 45% times the 1,000. In other words, 0.45 times 1,000 milliliters. Now we're going to add to that water. And water is 0% acid. But just to show that, it would be 0 times X. That is, the percentage is 0 that water contains with respect to acid. Now that must equal the amount of acid that we end with. Well, that solution is 15%, or in other words, 0.15 times the amount of that solution. And that amount is the 1,000 milliliters that we started with plus the water, which is X, that we added. So 1,000 plus X. Notice that on this side, 0 times X is just 0. Then I want you to notice that this involves decimals which have 2 decimal places. So what we're going to do is multiply both sides of this equation by 100. 100 times this side, 100 times that side. That'll clear out the decimals. So we would have 45 times 1,000 equals 15 times 1,000 plus X. So on the right-hand side, we need to distribute the 15. On the left-hand side, we multiply 45 times 1,000, and that yields 45,000. 15 times 1,000 is 15,000, and 15 times X is 15X. Subtract 15,000 from both sides, and that yields the answer, or the result, 30,000 equals 15X. We want to divide both sides by the coefficient of X so that it cancels out. And that gives us a result of 30,000 divided by 15 is 2,000, and that would be milliliters of water.